Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Weekly Football Talk, or WFT. I am once again your host, Lee Lublin, and today I want to talk about the America's Game of the Week, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the LA Rams. As you guys know, I am a Bucs fan, so unfortunately, this was not the most enjoyable game to watch overall. The Bucs ended up losing 34 to 24, and even that score's a little misleading because the last touchdown was with about a minute 10 left, with the game being pretty much long over. So think of it closer to a 34-17 affair. Now, if I have to be honest, this loss was mainly on the defense. I'm not going to say the offense had the best game of the world per se. Neither team was able to score until about late into the first quarter. Both teams traded punts, which didn't happen any other point in the game. They were trading punts. And if the Bucs offense had started out hot, then they would have at least had a lead. And the Rams would have had to claw back instead of being able to just go tit for tat with the Bucs. And that kind of leads into my main point. The Buccaneers defense did not look good today. Now, I will give mainly their secondary a little bit of a break. They are missing two of their top three cornerbacks. They're missing Sean Murphy-Bunting and Jamel Dean. They're number 2 and number 3 corners. Meaning that while they did have Carlton Davis, the number 1 corner, by the way, he himself didn't have the greatest game either. They were using their number 4 cornerback, who I honestly can't even tell you the name of right now, as their number 2 cornerback, meaning that either Deshaun Jackson or Robert Woods, who are both very talented receivers, were getting covered by someone who's more used to covering maybe a slot guy or definitely a not as talented receiver as he was getting matched up against most of the game. So their secondary, well, it was very unfortunate what happened. I can't get too mad at them. What I will say is, and I don't think a lot of people are going to talk about this, the D-line didn't even have a great game. And that's what's a little bit worrying. And that's what's kind of, first couple of weeks I was looking at the secondary. But after hearing that they've only gotten 3 sacks this year so far, I kind of realized that even the D-line itself has not been anywhere as good as it was last year or should be. I'm not saying that they have been entirely bad. They've had their moments. They kept the Cowboys from winning week 1 on that final drive. Vita Vea single-handedly kind of killed their final drive. And in week 2, they definitely were getting to Matt Ryan. It's just they weren't getting sacks. This week, though, Matthew Stafford, I'm not going to say he had all the time in the world, but they were definitely able to get the ball out pretty quickly. And because of Tampa's iffy secondary, that's all they really needed to do. And it was just not a good game defensively for the Bucs. 34 points, and there were a couple other times where maybe they could have put up more, and then the 1 or 2 times they had a real advantage on defense, like they dropped a pick. It was just not great. They started out the game well. And then I think after that, the Rams never punted again. Or if they did, they punted once. So, yeah. Not the greatest game as a whole, but I think I'm looking forward to next week. I think next week will be hopefully a bounce back week against Tom Brady's former team, the New England Patriots, in Foxborough. And something to keep an eye out for. Tom Brady might break the NFL record for passing yards career. Like for his entire career in New England against the Patriots next week. So keep an eye out for that. Tom Brady might become the number 1 passer, and maybe Aaron Rodgers can surpass him. But if Aaron Rodgers can't surpass him, it's going to be a little while before someone else catches Tom Brady. It's maybe one of the young guys in the league right now, like a Mahomes. But we're probably not going to see that record get broken again. We've seen it get broken a few times in the last 10 years by Manning and Breeze, and then Favre did it as well, I believe. But I think Brady's going to be the last one, and then I think it's going to be a little bit before we see anyone else break it, if ever. So I think it will end up getting broken, but I think it will be a few years at least. And then just a couple other things around the league. Justin Tucker. If Adam Vinatieri gets into the Hall of Fame, Justin Tucker should get into the Hall of Fame with him as a kickers. 66-yard field goal in a dome. Unbelievable. I watched it live. It was an insane kick. Admittedly, Baltimore is unbelievably lucky to be 2-1 right now, but they're 2-1, and Justin Tucker is a big reason for that. What else? What happened around the league today? Oh, speaking about the Super Bowl last year, like how the Bucs were in it, the Chiefs also are not off to the best start this year. They have actually started out now 1-2. They actually lost today to the LA Chargers at home. Justin Herbert ended up leading a very wacky but a game-winning drive, and the Chiefs were not able to score again. And they're now 1-2, and unbelievably, they are fourth place in their division. All the three teams in their division have winning records besides the Chiefs. So right now, the Chiefs have a little bit of a hole, and this is the first time I can think of that Patrick Mahomes is in a hole in his division. The division has always been free for him, so this is the first time he's really going to have to fight for the division. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And I think that's it. Next week, you will definitely be getting a recap of that Bucs-Patriots game. I think that might be the regular season game of the year. I'm really looking forward to that. So, I will see you all next week. Like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.